Yeah, so next time we'll delve into the epilogue, Memory. This is not the end. This is the end. I have no idea what this is. Memories of humans fade away as time goes by, then new memories will occur. Thanks. Like a canvas that's being painted over and over. Yeah, I didn't understand how memories works. The new patterns look vivid and clear. And the parts that are being emphasized and the outline of objects will last a long time. Meanwhile, the overly detailed parts started to grow faint, mottled, corrupted, and decayed. Every pattern on the canvas makes a character of a person, including those ugly defects. If we take a new canvas, paint everything that's painted on the piece that's done, and make an exact duplicate of it with an empty canvas, can we say it's the same painting as the previous one with full confidence? It was back when Haru and Sumi were still very little. When Haru was in junior high soccer club, he was quite popular among the mothers of his peers and friends of Mom because of his outstanding performance. Haru did a great job in this match, as he always does. Oh, that's someone talking. Look, he looks younger here. I heard his younger brother Sumi started to play soccer as well, is it true? It is. My boy loves to do the same things his brother does. Do you like soccer, Haru? I do. Haru answered that question without hesitation. Then, do you like soccer, Sumi? Yeah? Look at him, he's even smaller and cuter. Sumi stopped for a moment, didn't answer right away. Why couldn't he answer such a simple question? At the time, Sumi didn't think about it too much. Maybe it's because deep down in his subconscious, he had an answer already, but the rational part of his mind judged himself for that. It could be the reason of his pause. Although there's one thing that I can be sure about. To Sumi, his brother, who is the speaker? Who is the I? There's one thing I can be sure about. To Sumi, his brother is the center of the world and he is irreplaceable. Is the I RE614? Is this RE614 recollecting the memories of Haru? Sumi knew that his brother put a lot of efforts into keeping his soccer career going. Soccer is everything that his brother cared about, and he thinks the world of his big brother. Like many other siblings, he was just trying to do the same thing his big brother does. Sumi, I guess Sumi, are you going to stay for practice, or are you going to see your brother Haru? Sumi's teammate, Natsu, oh that's Natsu, wiped off the sweat on his face and asked. Wait, he wiped off the sweat on Sumi's face? Girl, you're so into me. My brother's team is playing in the Junior League Grand Finals today. I think the match is not ended. Sumi answered him as he sipped on the sports drink. Speaking of this, it's Haru's last day on the school varsity since he's graduating next year. Yeah, I heard. They're a strong team to beat, but it'll be fine. Besides, my brother's the ace player on the team. Sumi said it with full confidence. Who's this? Is this Now? Ugh. If I were you, Sumi, I probably wouldn't pursue a soccer career. Ugh, it is Now. Now weighed in as he walked towards us from the other side. No one asked. Living under your genius big brother's shadow is such a bummer. Well, it doesn't feel great. Sumi pretended to agree, but he didn't quite relate to what his teammates were talking about. Who's yelling? Hey, the Junior League series were concluded. Team Ukai Junior High is lost. Another teammate loudly announced the final result as he waved and walked towards them in a fast pace. What? They have lost? How was that possible? My brother's on that team. Speaking of, isn't Sumi's brother the so-called genius? If he's really that good, why did we lose the match? People started to make fun of him. They have one good soccer player on the team? How do they not have a 100% win rate? It doesn't make any sense. I thought the younger brother's the weakest one. Now it seems they're both useless. What in the universe? Girl, do you win all your matches? To be frank, these comments weren't that mean. Oh, okay, I guess. Any elementary school kid who doesn't know much about the complicated relationships of adults could have said things that didn't take the people's feelings into account like this. Although to Sumi at the time, any words or behaviors that insult Haru were absolutely off limits. Therefore, he charged at that gut and got himself into an intense fight. Both of them were injured in the end. Don't talk bad about my brother. I'm gonna kiss him in the future when he's a robot. And then he's gonna disappear. That kind of grinds my gears. In the blood bag ending, where, you know, he drinks our blood and lives, presumably, for a long time. He doesn't ever confess to us. We don't ever have that kind of sexy relationship. But then in the ending where he does confess, why won't he drink our blood? I don't know, that's dumb. That's dumb. That night when Haru got home, he noticed that his younger brother hadn't showed up in the dining room, so he went looking for him in the room. After that, he saw his younger brother wrapped with his kilt on the lower bunk bed. Come out for dinner, Sumi. What are you doing? Wrapping yourself in the quilt? If you don't come, Mom will get mad at you. That was weird. Oh, I guess there were like 3 ellipses. I had to press it like 5 times to see new dialogue. I'm not hungry today. He answered him from inside the kilt wrap. You're already short. If you don't eat, you'll get shorter. What happened today? Haru sat on the edge of the bed and lied his back down on the kilt wrap. Nothing. I suppose I can have all the pudding after dinner tonight then. I suppose I can have all the pudding after dinner tonight then, since you're not hungry. You can have my share too, brother. Sob. If you're this unwilling, come out now. What? Haru opened the kilt wrap with force. As he expected, there are many scratches on Sumi's face, and he looks frustrated. Wait. Is that Sumi? Is that Haru talking? Why is it not blue anymore? Haru's lines have always been blue. Did you get yourself into a fight again? Why did you get yourself into a fight? Whatever. I can guess what happened anyway. That was Haru's line. Why in God's name? Just like how this game's narration cannot stay third person or first person exclusively, it constantly swaps back and forth without warning. It's like the speaker here, they can't keep consistent color coding for the speaker. Like, what? It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. Somebody said something about me, right? That's the only thing that ever gets you mad. You know me so well, brother. Oh, this is so obvious. Oh my, no wonder Haru knew from an early age that we were totally in love with him. I mean, look at this. This is obvious. Haru pats Sumi on the head hard. If you're going to fight, you better win. Sumi still had his head down. He sits up slowly and said almost in whispers. But I'm weak. I can't be as cool as you. I lost the final match today. Am I still cool? Haru asked. Of course. There are 11 players on a soccer team, and I haven't even counted the substitutes players yet. There are responsibilities that players should be held accountable for after a lost match. But to single one player out and pin all the mistakes on him is the quickest way to sabotage team progress. That's why we always take all strategies we used and conditions of the players into account during an after-game review meeting. Besides, wait, this is Haru's narration, I think. Besides, if the coach fails to adapt to the situation when the match is going sideways, he has to take some responsibility too. I think. I can't tell. At the time, yes, I think it is. Sumi's young mind couldn't, or maybe this is technically RE614's narration. I don't know. I'm done trying to pick apart, like, whose point of view, because it just shifts point of views constantly. I'm done trying to figure out whose point of view it is, who's talking, whatever. At this time, Sumi's young mind couldn't process all these details and took them into account. He simply wouldn't allow anyone to say bad things about his big brother in front of him. I think you're cool because you put so much effort into it. This time Haru stayed silent for a while before he spoke. Sumi, do you remember why you started playing soccer in the first place? In the first place? I do remember. I think it was... No, this is... Wait, no, I think this is... This is Sumi talking. I do remember. I think it was during the regional tournament when I was a 4th grader. Wait, no, maybe not. No, this is Haru talking. Okay, so like Sumi decided to start playing soccer when Haru was a 4th grader. Okay. At the same time, our team was massively behind because I had an argument with one of the players on their side. In the end, I was given a red card and had to leave the field. After the match, we were going back to the car. One of my teammates said, "What a genius player. Congratulations, you cost us the game. Then you got angry." Now I seem to recall that a bit. After that, he recognized that you're my younger brother and said, "What do you know? You brat, just sit in the audience seat and shut up." Then you yelled back at him, "I will learn how to play soccer. Then I'm qualified to make a comment, right? I will always have my brother's back. I will always have my brother's back." It turned out Sumi actually joined the local soccer team afterwards. You'll probably be the only person who would start playing soccer because of such a dumb reason. Haru took a pause and continued. Although you were so cool at the time, before that you were such a crybaby. Losing a match really sucks, but you were always by my side, and I was always by your side too. So let's win together. Haru smiled and said it to his younger brother. Winning may be important, but the word together is of greater importance. That's what Sumi thought. In order to share the way his brother looks at the world, he had to stand on the same field his brother stands on. With that simple wish on his mind, he started playing soccer. Oh, we're holding hands with brother? It's not gay. After their father died of a traffic accident, no one cares. The still young two brothers stood in the corner of the morning hall with each other's hand held. What a tragedy. His kids are still so young. The elder brother just became an elementary student, I think. You heard the rumors, right? It could be suicide, because they're deep in debts, right? Well, after he died, the family doesn't have to pay it off. Since when? That's not the American way. That's not the American way is the debt transfers to your nearest kin or something. From that perspective, I guess the kids are pretty lucky. People who would gossip in the morning hall in front of the family's deceased probably don't do well in their own lives either. And it's the only way they know how to satisfy their unhealthy desire to prey around people's lives. Anyway, ignoring these clowns will be the best way to keep your stress levels in check. Why is it even like this? Like, why did they decide to, make the text box like this for this sort of epilogue memories thing? Because it could just be normal and not be covering up the whole screen. You know, it could be normal just like it was throughout the whole game. I don't know. At the time, although the two brothers hadn't learned how to deal with these common voices of human beings, they did their best to fight it. Looking at the tears running down his younger brother's face, Haru rubbed his own eyes and wiped the tears off. Then he took out a bubble gum and threw it into his mouth. Check this out, Sumi. Sumi looked at his big brother with tearing eyes. Haru spat the chewed gum at the tip of his shoe, kicked it back up in the air, then kicked it again and finally caught it in his mouth. He chewed it for a while, then blew a bubble with the gum? What did you just do? Wow, that's awesome. That was gross. Finally, Sumi's tears turned into smiles. He even started to clap his hands. Suddenly, the bubble broke and the gum stuck on half of Haru's face. What the girl? Hey, what are you two doing? Your father has died. Now's not the time to mess around, you disrespectful brats. Okay, I'm sorry. Was this your father? Get your ass out the funeral. Out the funeral building. Get your ass out of here. This ain't your dad. Get the hell out. No one asked you. Before Haru did anything, Sumi charged with the person who said mean things about them right away, and bit him in the hand, which made him look like a spoiled brat. Haru didn't do anything to stop his younger brother's rude behavior. In fact, he wasn't even telling him to back off. In his opinion, letting Sumi take out his anger on these pretentious, ugly, and monstrous people and reveal their true selves is a way to honor the memory of their kind and loving father. Noticing the argument, their mother soon arrived and was going to break them up. The built-in stereotypes of victims and the weak in these people's mind have clearly damaged their ability to handle complicated situations, such as the one they're facing right now. Obviously, they expected a family that has just lost their loved ones should act like any other families that have suffered the same loss, such as showing their pain, tears, and helplessness. If your actions doesn't match their expectations, they will think that you don't deserve their sympathy and get angry at you as if you betrayed them, which is hilarious. They didn't lose anything, but they would attack you as if they were attacking an imaginary army full of powerful enemies. Human beings are so interesting. Stupid old men, stupid old women, get out! Sumi continued to spit out those cuss words. Those weren't cuss words, and Haru felt better. Watch your language. Who raised such a rude kid like you? Why are you still here? Literally leave. No one wants you here. Even if you can get a job when you grow up, you'll still be a useless person to society. You have brought shame to your family. These monsters have finally taken off their masks and showed their true faces. They took the moral high ground and looked down at us, despite the fact that they've never taken the responsibility of education, and the only advantage they have is they're older. My mother spoke. Go play outside now. I'm sorry, please forgive them for their actions. They're still children. They don't know how to behave. Are you kidding me? Do you really think I'll just let this slide? Oh my god. Who is allowing you to stay in this building? Someone needs to kick you out. Where is security? The monster looks angry. But what is there to let slide anyway? Is he going to the police station and tell them he got bit by a kid because he said mean things about the deceased? Such a hilarious and absurd action could probably make it to the local news section in the newspaper. If that happened, it's hard to tell who would be more embarrassed. The two brothers walked out of the morning hall unwillingly, and they could faintly hear the fight that's still going on in the house. If they did injure me, how are you going to compensate me? I'm only letting this slide because you're a woman. Okay, sexist. Who's the rudest person on the funeral anyway? I want to see if they could say it out loud and still be able to sleep at night. Although it might be too much to ask them, conscience is something that these monsters will never have. Why do we have to listen to those mean words? Haru said, as he bit his lower lip. Brother. In the past, those people were not like this. They changed all of a sudden after Dad died. Attitude towards someone is nothing much easier to change than you would expect. That's why we have to become stronger. And become the best of the best, the very best, the best there ever was. That way we can protect our family. Although I had only a shallow understanding of the concept, it was still a great motivation to push myself forward. After that, sensitive Haru found some changes in his younger brother's behaviors in daily life. Sensitive Haru? What? I don't understand. Let's eat out today. Where do you want to eat? Mom asked. Fried chicken nuggets meal, Sumi proposed. Spaghetti, Haru said. Spaghetti? You want to eat out and go get spaghetti? What a weirdo. Well, the two restaurants aren't very far away from each other. Mom tilted her head in consideration. I can eat by myself so that Mom can take Sumi to the chicken nugget place. Chicken nugget place? You mean Mackie D? Haru laughed and said, Let's have spaghetti then, Sumi said all of a sudden. Are you okay with that? Mom looks a bit surprised. Yeah, I want some noodles anyway. Sumi nodded hard at her. An obvious lie. Sumi is a really bad liar. At first, it was small things like this. Sumi, you haven't played baseball with your friends for a while, right? You haven't touched the rollerblade for some time either. Mom looks at the sports equipment that hasn't been touched for some time, wondering. She's not worrying about that her son needs exercise more to stay healthy. Instead, she was worrying about if he had trouble handling his peer relationships. Well, Sumi showed that dazed face when he was trying to come up with an excuse. Didn't you hang out on holidays with them all the time before? It's nothing. It's just that we stopped playing outside anymore, so we didn't go out. Is that right? Mom didn't want to ask him too much, but Haru had to get to the bottom of it. Sumi, you can go out and play by yourself on holidays, right? Don't you like baseball? You don't have to come to my practice. But you don't play baseball anymore either. You only play soccer now. I guess. Oops. But I think it's better to keep doing it if you like it. Haru gave him general advice. But I don't like it. Sumi sounded as if he was resisting some invisible force with all his strength. What did you say? Haru stared at him with wide eyes. It's nothing. I'm just tired of it. In the beginning, Haru thought his younger brother was copying whatever he does. After a while, he realized that Sumi would easily give up anything to be able to stay by his side. No matter how much he likes that thing, he was committed to. Ellipses. This new finding bothers Haru a lot. Haru, I just saw your younger brother at the bench. Did he follow you here again? Haru's teammate talked to him while dribbling the ball with his feet. Yeah, I told him it's going to be boring for him. Haru answered casually, not giving it much thought. My younger sister follows me all the time. If I refused to let her do so, she would burst into tears and Mom would scold me for that. His teammates started to complain. Oh, it sounds like your sister's in love with you too. Gross, that's heterosexual. It's true. Haru smiled and agreed. Although Haru thinks that being followed everywhere you... Although Haru thinks that being followed everywhere you go is annoying, right? Don't you want your younger brother to grow up quickly? Why did you say Haru? Why didn't you say you? You're talking to Haru. Why are you talking about him in the third person? Haru paused for half a second. Anxiety. I feel anxious about this for no reason. It's not that I dislike it, it's more like... Haru, what's wrong? Are you feeling ill? The voice of his teammate brought Haru back to reality. Nothing. With his heart beating fast, he deeply realized this fact. Sumi is obsessed with me. Hot. As long as it's something about me, Sumi would charge forward like a bull. He would give up his future without a second thought. For me, to him, being able to stay by my side is the most important thing. In other words, he's very easy to manipulate. Hot. There's nothing more foolish than the blind believers who would march forward for a cause they didn't fully understand. That's really cute, for real. Oh, and Haru actually thinks it is hot. Okay. It makes him feel excited. Oh my god. Well, they're deviants, both of them. Oh, my girlfriend. Come on, dude. Get out of here. There was an afternoon after practice. Miru of the soccer team confessed to him that she had a crush on him. I like you. Haru was quite a bit surprised. Why do you have the same color as my mom? That's kind of weird for me. But other than that, he didn't feel any spark of heat or excitement. The manager was a cute girl and she is a great addition to the team. Especially her skill of data analysis, after all. But Haru was already in love with his brother. After all, most school club soccer teams couldn't afford a professional team analyst, and having her on the team is very lucky. But that's all I can think about. This is a strange feeling to him. Normally being liked is something that would make you happy, and I understand that, but I just don't want to feel any bit of shyness or satisfaction. Some might say I'm numb, but I'm actually calm. Then let's try dating for a while, Haru answered. He thought of Sumi. Dating Sumi. It's weird to think of your own younger brother when being confessed by a cute girl. No, that's pretty normal. No, to Haru is the most natural thing to do. How would Sumi react knowing that he has a girlfriend now? I'm looking forward to that. Oh, you're looking forward to bullying him. You're gonna be like, oh, I have a girlfriend now. You jealous? Oh god, how could you do such a thing? What did you say? Haru's dating the manager? If there's a competition about how passionate people are when it comes to gossiping personal matters of others, a middle school student won't necessarily lose to someone who has left the school and started their professional career. Wait, what? I'm surprised, I'm surprised there are other things than your younger brother in soccer in your world. One of my teammates made a remark about it while stroking their chin, acting mature. They're wrong. There is only my younger brother in soccer in this world. Besides, maybe the percentage of soccer is lesser than the other. As he is thinking about it, Haru knows that he can't tell them how he really thinks. The manager confessed to you first, didn't she? Please don't be lovey-dovey during club hours. His teammates continued to mock him. I won't. Haru gave them a smile as usual. My younger brother would be jealous of her this way, because his big brother is being taken from someone else. Haha, what are you talking about? Oh, I don't know whether you did it on purpose or not, but you were doing similar things before, right? My younger brother doesn't want to be left behind, and he would follow wherever I go, closely, like a puppy follows its master. He had quite a few great points. If you're saying that he's cute as a puppy, I agree, Haru said. Whoa, you're a pervert. You have an elder brother, younger brother complex. Yeah, what about it? Want to fight? I'm not a pervert. It's perfectly natural to feel this way. You are. Look at that gross smile on your face. Oi. But if your younger brother continues to pursue his soccer career, he would end up enrolling in our school, right? You guys can be on the same team in that case. Wouldn't Haru be older by that time? Yeah, exactly. We have an age gap of 3 years. When he gets in, I'm already graduated. Would you be interested in going pro? Yeah, I will if I can. How about your younger brother? He's interested in going pro too, although it's not like you can become a pro player if you want. Possibly, but I don't know if he really wants it. He'll do whatever you expect him to do anyway, right? I mean, for real, about 80% of the parents would want such a kid who would follow their arrangements without putting up a fight. Although this is also a problem in our society in a way. Well, I think I could probably make him do whatever decisions I want him to make. Ooh yeah, wink wink. Haru said it carefully, hiding the sense of satisfaction and guilt that came to his mind while he was saying it from his teammate? To his teammate. At first he just wanted to put a smile on his younger brother's face, but it changed at some point without him noticing it. The smell of turned goodwill was easily picked up by the sharp sense of smell of a clever girl. What? On the other hand, Haru often overestimates his ability to hide his emotions or who's the most important person to him, as long as you spend enough time with him. He's easy to read. I'm starving. Let's have some lunch together, Haru. During the lunch break, classmates find their own group of 3 to 5 people, pick their spot, and enjoy lunch as usual. What? Did I need you to explain that? Sure, but I seem to have put my lunch in my brother's bag this morning when I was preparing them. Haha. I didn't expect you to make a mistake like that. I just got up in the morning and wasn't really awake at the time. I'll buy some food for lunch then. Oh sure, I'll wait for you here. As Haru was about to step out of the classroom, one of his classmates yelled at him and said, Haru, is that kid looking around over there for your younger brother? It's really him. Oi, Sumi, what are you doing hiding here? Haru walked towards Sumi. You put your lunchbox in my bag, big brother, and I'm returning it to you. You can just eat it yourself. Haru gave me a wry smile. No, I can't have that. That way you have nothing to eat. Sumi held out the lunchbox high in the air. Don't you have class to attend this afternoon, Sumi? Haru asked. I have classes to go to until 3 o'clock. After that, I'm going to do the soccer team training, Sumi answered. You haven't had lunch yet, right? Stay and have lunch with me. Before Haru could finish his sentence, someone greeted him from the distance and caught his attention. Oh no.
Haru, I thought you said you forgot to bring your lunch today last class period.
Miru came with a big smile on her face and her lunch bag in hand, walking towards him.
I cooked some extra today. Let's share the food.
It's fine, my younger brother brought me mine. Haru raised his hand to thank her.
I remember this kid. He used to sit at the side of the field and watch us practice. How about let's have lunch together?
Miru said hi to Sumi kindly. However, Sumi looked shy and even took half a step back. Seeing his reaction, Miru was intrigued. She approached him further and said,
You're adorable. Which grade are you in?
Haru knocked Miru on the back of her head lightly and said, don't tease him. My younger brother doesn't know how to respond to that.
Ha ha ha. Haru is really protective of your brother. But the thing is, your younger brother won't follow you forever.
Miru laughed and said that. Uh-oh, you're causing an existential crisis. The air around Haru froze for a moment. He knows that.
Huh? Haru, is there something wrong?
Miru felt that something isn't right and she blinked a few times. We'll have lunch together some other day. Haru politely refused the invitation with a smile, turned around and walked away with his nervous younger brother.
Brother.
Sumi looked frustrated and grabbed his brother by the corner of his garment. It works. Everything went the way Haru expected. You're trying to hurt him. Oh my god. Even if his younger brother felt hurt, he would still follow him. He feels safe about how easy he could manipulate his own little brother.
The food in the lunchbox is getting cold. You know what? He probably intentionally left his lunch in Sumi's bag just so Sumi could bring it to him.
Oh my god. Haru is a mastermind. He is an incest mastermind. Sumi started to say things that don't make sense. They're supposed to be cold. They're cooked in the morning, Haru answered.
That's true.
Come on, let's eat.
What about your friend, brother?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
I don't care about those people at all. I mean what I said from the bottom of my heart. At that moment, that was how Haru felt. Now, even if you look up at the sky, even if you could truly understand how vast this world is, the only thing you have is still the small piece in your palm. Whether it's because of his mood that leaves him no space to think about other things, or his deliberate avoidance of the crisis in front of him, Haru doesn't know anymore. Interesting. Uh-oh, Miru. What do you want? Sorry I was rude to you earlier. I don't care about you. All I care about is my little brother. I don't have a problem. This is totally normal. One afternoon after club practice, while the glow of the sunset was still there, Miru ran towards Haru in a slow pace.
Haru, is your leg injured?
She said it in a worried tone. What? No.
But your center of gravity leans towards your right often when you're running, and it was quite obvious in the second half of the game.
As Miru says, she pushes Haru to the bench on the side of the field.
See, your left knee is swelling. It's bigger than the other one, and that's why you avoid using the left leg subconsciously.
I think so. In the last few matches when they executed slide tackles on me, my left leg was the target every time. After the practice, it's a bit sore, but it recovers quickly.
Your training volume is too high, and you lack proper rest. That's why your injury hasn't fully healed all this time. You do extra trainings after the club training without being asked to. Your body can't handle extra training, and it doesn't do you any good. The coach told you about it before, didn't he?
We have such a reliable manager on our team. Haru couldn't think of anything to dispute her points, and this is rare to him.
I've been keeping track of the performance of every player on the team.
Miru looks so confident, as if "I'm a pro" was written on her face. Besides,
my eyes were always on you, Haru, and there's no way I wouldn't find out.
Being able to tell where a person's center of gravity while running is a rare talent. You're an amazing manager. Your experience in track and field club did come in handy. Although it's my last year at middle school, I have to make every minute count. There aren't many matches left. I have to put my body in its peak.
You're being too hard on yourself. Although this kind of personality will be quite helpful if you're trying to become a pro player.
Miru cut him some slack. Stop blaming him for a bit. Haru remembers the ambitious dream he once announced in front of his brother. About becoming a pro player, joining a world-class top team and winning the world championship. But comparing to using an unreal word of dream, he prefers to say that those are what he wants to become ideally. Phew, alright. The break is over. Let's wrap it up and go home. Haru stood up again.
How about going back together? It's been a while since the last time we took a walk together.
Miru looked at Haru with anticipation in her eyes. Today? But today my brother's going home alone. I have to get home fast and start cooking dinner. Haru gave me a wry smile. What is this? You think you can just change I don't know, who the narration is revolving around every, 2 seconds? This game actually thinks it can. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's been like this since 10 episodes ago.
Well, how about I go with you and help you out? I haven't been to Haru's house before. I'm good at making desserts, too. What food does your brother like?
I'm sure Haru's not going to be okay with this. He's going to be like, girl, this is my time with my brother. You get lost. Let's take a rain check. I don't feel right to ask other people to help me with this. I'm sorry. Haru directly refused the kind offer from Miru. Again and again, he used his brother as an excuse. When he went back to the locker room, his teammates said to him in a casual way, Haru, I think you need to learn to let go of your brother. What do you mean? I overheard your conversation with the manager a bit. What the heck? Why are you listening? You really prioritize your brother above everything. That's reasonable, don't you think? Besides, my mom isn't home most of the time. Taking care of my brother is my job, Haru answered casually. That's true. Oh, what the? That's true, but this way, you don't have any time left for yourself, right? People wouldn't put that much time and effort to take care of their family. Besides, you have a girlfriend. I want to have one for myself too. I envy you. Oi, I feel like the last part of what you said is kind of the key sentence here. But I haven't been to Haru's house either. You always said your place is small. It's true, it's really small. Besides, I'm not letting a group of men who just finished their club training into my house. You guys will probably leave your body odors in there. Haru stroked his chin with a serious look on his face. We don't stink, honestly. His teammate protests as he laughs. Judging by your priorities, the real lover of Haru should be his brother. He is my real lover. The girlfriend is there just to make Sumi jealous. As Haru teasing his teammates and having some laughs, despite the smile on his face, his heart was cooling off slowly and became ice cold at the end. Okay. Despite the smile on his face, his heart was what? Yeah, you just said that. I had this clear feeling of I am strange before, but being pointed out by others caught me off guard, and it's a different kind of feeling. But he didn't want to let Sumi go. Hold on to that cute little brother of yours. Alright, in the last season during his time in middle school, Haru led the team as leader to enter the next round. We advanced! Thanks to your last kick, Haru! Teammates surrounded Haru and cheered for him. They were so excited they even splashed each other with beverages and mineral waters. Wow, what's this? It's sticky. Gross. It's a sports drink. You idiot, that's wasteful. Haru protested against it, but not in a serious way. Suddenly, someone splashed him on his head again. When he turned around and tried to find who did this to him, he realized it was Miru. Miru, even you.
I splashed you with water, don't worry. Congratulations on entering the next round.
What? I didn't need to zoom in on you blushing or whatever the hell that was. Miru approached her to give him her blessing. She lifted her head the next second and kissed him on his wet lips. Ew, no one asked. No one asked for that. Wow, Haru, your public display of affection is outrageous. Actually, that was sexual assault. I did not consent to that. Stop it, get a room. His teammate teased him as usual. This is kind of out of the blue. Haru was surprised at first, but soon went back to his normal self and asked her as he laughed.
Because being able to advance together makes me so happy.
Mira squints as she laughed, then she said it to him in a soft voice.
Your brother's here.
Oh. As soon as Haru heard that Sumi's here, he started to search for him in the crowd. Then he saw his tiny body cut his way through the crowd and move toward his way. How could you show off your girlfriend like that, Haru? Yeah, I want a pretty girlfriend to kiss me too. No one wants that. His teammates were still teasing him, and a strong teammate with a buzz cut grabbed Haru by his shoulders, acting like he was going to kiss him. Then I'll kiss the manager in an indirect way. As a team, we fight as one, and this way we can all share our blessing. What? In your dream. Haru resisted him with all his strength. What the hell are these gay boys talking about? What? Then we'll ask your brother to steal the kiss from you. You guys are weird. You guys need help. Some of them are saying things that don't make sense. Sumi was in a paralyzed daze and lost the ability to think for a while. Don't teach him weird stuff. You guys are a bad influence on him. Haru said, asking them to stop on what they're planning. We're just trying to celebrate. A little kiss won't hurt. Yeah, you're chicken. Guys, seriously. Haru was both upset and wanting to laugh. With his arms akimbo? Akimbo? A what? He said, alright, you've had your fun. In full view of everyone? Okay, alright. Seems a little weird, but fine. This guy in the top left seems to be enjoying it. Oh, you guys can't see, but his mouth is open. His mouth is open, he's like, no. Okay, I'll watch. You know, he's enjoying this. Alright. Seriously though, like, what in the world is Sumi doing? I mean, he just heard someone say, you should kiss your brother, and then he was like, oh, okay, I mean, if you're asking me, I'll do it. It's like, honey, you're in grade school. Isn't he in grade school right now? Sumi walked towards his brother in a straight line, extended his arms, and stood on his toes. He almost used up all his strength to bring his lips to. Thud. After the impact, they both fell on their back. Wow. Haru tried to protect his brother and make sure he doesn't injure himself. Good thing that there was a huge pile of their backpacks stacked at the back, and it worked as a cushion in the process so his head wouldn't take the hit. Were you two alright? Comparing to the soft kiss his girlfriend gave him, the moment when Sumi's lips was set on his brain... Wait, the moment when Sumi's lips was on his set... What? The moment when Sumi's lips was on his brain on fire. Okay. Not my fault. Bad English. I'm fine. After Haru let go of his brother and slowly stood up, he felt a sharp pain from his lips. He checked it with his hand and then found out he's bleeding. Wow, how hard did you hit him? This is not a kiss, this is a car accident. Why were you guys wanting to watch my brother kiss me anyway? You guys need help. You two are really a funny duo. Here, use the towel and clean yourself. I'm so sorry, brother. Sumi panicked and didn't know what to do. And he, you know, I didn't say it before, but Sumi was ready to give him an open mouth kiss, not just like a peck. It was gonna be with tongue. People were all ready here to see this grade schooler kiss this middle school, two siblings. They were ready to see that happen with tongue. Lots of trading spit. This is weird. This is a weird team. Although Haru's brother was impressive. We said kiss, he charged him right away. Exactly what I said. Sumi doesn't need any more encouragement. There aren't many kids who would do what people tell them right away like him left. No matter how you look at it, kissing your own brother is still weird. Then why were you all watching? You don't get it. It's called the Western way. Don't brothers and sisters kiss each other in foreign films too? That's the case with Haru? Haru didn't answer. He was still in shock because of the impact, and he didn't notice any of the laughter around him. Comparing to the soft kiss his girlfriend gave him, the moment when Sumi's lips was set on his set his brain. What? Yeah, I know, you said that a minute ago. Here comes the real downfall. Only I understood this feeling. Only I understood this twisted desire of control. The sense of fulfillment I got from manipulating him the way I wanted is better than that from bonding of the family and that from love. Let's go, Sumi. It's time to go home. Haru bowed his head down and tried to hide the shivering in his voice. What? Haru's going back now? The coach just said I'll buy his dinner. Yeah, I'm a bit tired today. See you guys tomorrow. After saying goodbyes to a few people insincerely, he picked up his backpack and took Sumi away from the scene. Miru better not stop us. She better not be like, "Can I come over again?" Oh no, here she is. A few days after the kiss event, Haru told Miru that he wants to break up with her. My brother's kisses are just so much better than yours. They're so sweet and delicious. Why are you breaking up with me? Miru tilted her head in confusion. I just want to focus on soccer more. After all, these are my last matches. Haru told her the reasons. I won't get in your way. But I don't want to be like this. Actually, I know what Haru's up to. Miru gave him a smile, but there was sorrow in his voice. You were using me to make your brother jealous, right? Oh god, she knows. She knows everything. She's gonna report us. Haru stayed silent and thought about it for a long time. Did you think you could keep your brother by your side like this? Miru strolled towards him. The warmth in her voice was fading. Are you in love with your own brother? Hell yeah. Haru looked Miru in the eye for a second, then looked the other way. If it were something else, you can change the subject easily. But it's about your brother. You can't. What were you thinking? He's a boy and your brother too. That's disgusting. In front of this girl who's trying everything she can to hurt him with words, Haru didn't want to fight back. He knows how she is. It's because she didn't want to do something more intense to show him her discontent or anything that could really injure him badly either. She said these words. He didn't feel sorry for her until now. No one would be okay with this. Miru continued with her fingers tightly grabbed onto her skirt. Other than sadness, he couldn't find any contempt on her face that was everywhere in her words. You're right. Haru admitted it with no hesitation. What did you say? I thought so too. I'm just like you said. Disgusting. I didn't want Sumi to know about this untamed emotion flow of mine. What an odd sentence. That's understandable. There's a monster inside of him that feasts on negative emotions. Memory. The monster of destiny or something. I don't know. I don't know. Though the urges of controlling, possessing, jealousy, anxiety, and loneliness, it has grown since his father passed away. The monster in his heart has been his strongest drive to live on and fight. God, I don't know if it's me butchering some of these sentences or it's the game. After experiencing the resentment he had against the environment, the sense of satisfaction of being praised, and the dark and despicable side of humanity, he realized he had to get it together and save the family from their doomed future. And that's why I left the monster unchecked and let it grow. My brother is weaker than him. Mom is only playing tough. He wants to shape the world in the way he expects it to be. He wants to become the ideal self. The sight has gone dark. These black matters have dripped everywhere and corrupted everything he once had. What? Okay. Repeat yourself constantly, I suppose. The downfall continues. Left him nowhere to run and against the wall. Maybe there was no way out from the beginning, and all he did was running around like a headless chicken. This is wrong. This is bad. But I can't help it. Can't believe she outed us for being Brocon. Haru kept on overtraining himself as if there was some sort of scary monster that's chasing him. He ran and ran until he couldn't. There are signs in your anterior cruciate ligament. You've injured your knee many times. You're exercising too much. You need to do rehabilitation regularly and take some rest. The doctor told him in a serious tone. How long do I have to rest? In your case, I'll have to take a break that's at least a month. You're still young. Your body has good healing potential. There's a good chance you'll be able to get back on the field. But I want to be able to compete in a match again. Will I get back to the state I was in? I have faith in you. Anyway, let's work on the rehabilitation exercise together. Work hard. Harder. It has become more than just working hard. It's my hideous obsession. Haru bounced between rehabilitation session training and match canceling like a plummet that's losing its speed. At last, he's getting weaker and slower. When he was forced to stop going forward because he couldn't fulfill his dream, he turned around and saw Sumi is still going forward. At that moment, he felt so alone, afraid and jealous. In the past, he used many tricks to make Sumi stay and kept him accompanied, because he was confident that he could be ahead of him all the time. He had never thought that one day he would slow down. If you think about it this way, being surpassed is the inevitable result. At last, he was forced to let go, although he didn't have many things left in his hand that could be lost. In the end, only Sumi still naively saw him as the goal and inspiration when he was keeping his injury a secret. And when he admitted that he had to give up soccer due to his injury, Sumi said loudly that I'll quit too. As usual. Yes, as usual. Because a field without his brother standing on it had no meaning at all. Although he felt happy secretly because his brother will come back to him and stay by his side. Again, on the other hand, he was angry for Sumi for actually using this as an excuse. What a lousy excuse. And at the end, one thing he can't tolerate the most is that it was because of the tricks he used on him. Sumi would definitely choose him and run towards his way. Sumi likes soccer. You can say that he loves soccer with all his heart. As an elder brother, he's happy to see his younger brother is relying on him so much. However, as a member of the soccer team, he could never accept this decision. He was torn apart in the dilemma that was created by different roles he plays. He was forced to give up. In Sumi's case, he's just about to rise and to reach his prime. He's not injured, having full financial support from his family, and is in a healthy mental state. However, the way he sees things and this world is an incredibly narrow range. In the past, Haru never thought about what he did would turn his brother into a real puppet. It was not his conscience that bothered him. Instead, it was because at a certain moment, he realized that Sumi would give up everything he put immense efforts into and even spit on them without a doubt for him, and it was his doing. There's no way he could just stand aside and watch. Don't make your decisions based on mine. Don't make your decisions based on mine. In the end, he said what was on his mind with regret, but it was too late. Are we about to die now? The curse that was put on Sumi wasn't being lifted right away, and Haru can never see the ins and outs of this event. Because the next day after their argument, he was shoved down the platform by the crowd accidentally and died. After transforming them into digital data, things in memories that once belonged to Haru are stored in a small white cube and resting there in peace. After that, Sumi often opens the box and watches the contents inside again and again. Sometimes he's just nostalgic and wants to submerge himself in the happy memories they shared when his brother was still alive. Sometimes he's simply feeling lonely and wants some company. There are lots of words left unsaid, but those words can never be known to the dead. It feels painful, but also reminds him of the importance of seizing the moment. No one can ever replace Haru. Maybe what Haru wants to say is that no one can ever replace Sumi. When memories were turned into pages of information, it's a living's job to discover the meaning of them. The past will stay in the past, and there's still a life to live in the future. That's why every step you take is an important choice to make. Is that the end? Do you want to see your loved ones again? Do you want to see your loved ones that you can never see again? Whew. Well, now that is the true ending of Memory, the Monster of Destiny. So, what did we all think of the game? It was alright. I'm still pretty shocked and just like kind of it's kind of crazy that one choice really decided the whole game, pretty much. Or at least decided the two main routes. That was pretty weird. Pretty weird. But regardless, this was a very fun game, I think. The art was really cute, and we love incest on this channel. It was definitely a little problematic, I'd say. A little groomy. Haru was a little groomy to Sumi. So that's bad. But we're just gonna ignore that and just say it was cute. Yeah, that's what we're gonna say. So I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did, which is, it was good. This is how much I enjoyed it. Yeah, so I'll see you guys on another game. I don't know what I'm even playing anymore. Am I gonna go back to Beyond Eden? Maybe. But then again, like, was that series just gonna get, you know, exploded when the creator, or the rights holder to that game sees it on YouTube? Maybe it will. So, maybe I won't go to Beyond Eden. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find something else to play then. Bye, guys.